My name is Brophy. I'm 63 years old. Don't often disclose my age, so anyway, there it is. I was diagnosed with breast cancer, in September 12 months. When I went in initially, I had more of a dimpling in my breast, nothing really major. And when I saw my own doctor, I just said to him, will you have a look at that? Not thinking it was very much. Anyway, cut a long story short, ended up with partial mastectomy. And then when I came back to see the doctor, I had my friend with me. And you sort of know you're in trouble when staff are calling you by name and, you know, the oncology nurse comes out to meet you and you just feel, uh-oh, there's something wrong here. So I took a hold of my friend's hand anyway and walked into the lion's den, not knowing what was going to happen. So he said, I'm very sorry to tell you that your tumour is 18 centimetres and we will have to take the rest of the breast. But we still think your prognosis is very good. We're still thinking 10 years. I'm saying, what's 10 years? That's great. So the breast was taken away, that was fine. Then I got chemotherapy. About 2 days after the chemo stopped, I suddenly felt dreadfully ill and ended up in A&E and I had COVID. And then they diagnosed me as having COVID pneumonia. So I was put into a high dependency ward. Anyway, to cut the long story short, because it is a long story, I ended up in Beaumont Hospital and they transferred me then here to the hospice. And initially when I heard the word hospice, I was petrified, absolutely petrified. I didn't know, you know, I nearly thought the Grim Reaper would be at the door waiting on me, you know. It was just dreadful. But anyway, I came in here and I just felt, I can't describe it. I went from feeling terrified to feeling elated in a couple of seconds. There was a beautiful bed in the room I was brought into, lovely covers on it. The nurse was so kind and loving and asking me did I need help and would I like to meet other people, and it was just so different to the hospital I'd been in, because general hospitals, they don't have time for that. They don't have time to sit around your bed and chat to you. Neither do the nurses. They just, take your temperature, do the rest and go. You know, my brother Ian, I would be absolutely lost about him. Him and Bella and Mary, his wife. They come up to me as often as they can. Sometimes when Ian is off, they'll be up every day. They take my washing, they bring me in clean clothes, they go shopping for me and buy me clothes. They make me laugh, they'll sit and just chat. They bring Bella, who runs wild, and we get such a laugh just even watching her. But he is definitely a wonderful chap. And I have other brothers, but Ian is the only one who looks after me, you know. And he'll bring me for walks around the grounds in the wheelchair because he wants me to get fresh air, you know. And he'll moan at me because I haven't done this and I haven't done that. But it's only for my own good, you know. But yesterday when he came, because of all the excitement of the filming and everything, when they were going, himself and Jacinta, they were at the top of the hill and I just got this sensation that I might not see Jacinta again because she was going home to England and I don't know when she'll get back, you know. And I just got that sensation, you know. And I said to her, you know, thanks for doing this for me because, you know, it could be the last time we get to do something together. just love that all the staff are so friendly. They help you. They come in and make sure you're okay. They talk to you, which is a huge thing. I mean, just something simple like people talking to you means the world. It means everything to you. Here it's different. Someone will come in. Someone may be passing the door and go, oh, hands on her own. Come in and speak. Could be the chaplain. Could be anybody really, you know. That hello means so much to me. The doctors here put you at the centre of everything. They'll come and talk to you. From the top doctor down, they'll come and talk to you and ask you to do something. Do you know what I mean? Even with my medication, he'll say to me, how's the pain, how's this? Well, will I change this and I'll up this dose and lower this dose? And, you know, I just trust him that to do whatever he does. But it's part of the philosophy here, I think. You know, that inclusion and all of those things, serenity and making sure that people are okay. And the nurses all come in and I would treat them as my friends. Like you just wouldn't get it anywhere else. You know, when I went down to the OT, I was very excited. All I know is we go downstairs and we make things. So, for instance, like we draw pictures, make angels, or knitting. Oh my God, yeah, knitting. They gave me knitting the first day. I said to the girl, "You can take that back. Get your money back. I won't be able to do that knitting." And she said, "I'll give it a try." I tried it, but it was ridiculous. And then I was mortified out of my mind. An 83-year-old who was also doing the same workshop with me had made 3 teddy bears. They'd been stuffed for her and stitched up, and they looked like something out of a shop. There's a huge amount of volunteers here in this hospice, huge amount of them. The place wouldn't run without them. And they come in, and one particular guy who came in to me, Mihal is his name. He got talking to me, you know, and he was asking me what I do, what my passions are, and I said writing, and he said, oh my God, and I said, yeah, I want to write a story about here. I said, and about the differences between, you know, a hospital and the hospice, but also I wanted to write something that would leave a bit of a legacy behind where people could read it and not be afraid to come to the hospice, that they would understand how loving it is and what it is that they're entering into. They're entering into a sanctuary, really, because that's what it is. It's a sanctuary where you're respected and you're loved and everything is patient-centered, so you're at the core of everything that happens. So, you know, I said all this to him, and he said, well, why don't you just go and do it? So, with his encouragement, I started it. He came in on a Saturday, and we'd sit down in the coffee shop, and we'd do our writing, and then we'd have some coffee. So I will be going to a nursing home, probably in about 3 weeks, I'd say. So my brother and I found a nursing home. Like, the place is gorgeous. It's just, I'm afraid, leaving here. I think I'm afraid of change. My 3 friends, Martina, Linda and Loretta, they're my best friends, and they've actually, you know, I'm giving my body to science, so they're going to help, you know, set up the church and things like that, you know, because it won't be a body, it'll just be, I don't know what'll be there. We'll probably have to decide. Maybe a picture of me or something. Picture me surrounded by flowers and croissants. I love croissants. This is what she loved.